Hello there, just a quick video on how to sort out the whistling problem from the sunroof. This is a Renault Scenic 2, which is obviously the same as the Meganes as well. Obviously the Panoramic Sunroof from this age onwards are all very identical. Now what I'm just talking to you about is to do with the whistling. Whistling seems to be coming from one of the back corners, and I think I've finally found a way of solving this. People told me to put grease, which I have done along here, but it's actually now made it very, very sticky and irritating. And they've told me to take seals off, change all the head lining, but it makes no difference. The only thing you need is a little hammer, which is tiny, just literally just for tapping work. And then you need a screwdriver with the Torx T20 tip on it. Now, once you've got the sunroof open, the first thing you'll want to look for is this bit on the back. Now, I'm going to show you before and after on both sides because I've already done this. You want to undo this. Once you've undone that, you want to take off that rail, which you can see I've already took off on this side. You want to clip it off from this side, so you put your fingers under here and pull it forwards this way, and obviously take it up on the floor, out of the way safely. And once your sunroof's open, like I said, you remove that, obviously as you can see here, remove it, and then you should be able to slide it out of the way. Just rest this gently on the top, it won't bend or anything like that, it's literally just got a tiny bit of movement. Put a bit of cloth or a spongy bit underneath if you just want to protect it. And then what we want to do with this, once it's disconnected, I've already took mine off, I cheated a bit here, is this arm that connects, it's just, you'll be able to slide it along the runner all the way down to a wide channel bit, which is around about here, about just above the rear passenger door. And if you twist it and pull it out, these are the little problems that people already, I think, know about, is these little tabs. They basically wear and seize on. Now this is what I reckon is causing the fault where you're getting the whistling. Now once you've changed these, which most people have done, obviously they cost a little bit if you have to get them from Renault, but if you go on eBay you can pick them up fairly cheap. Then once you replace these, they become nice and loose and easy going like this. You know, I've greased them up a little bit so they've got a little more weatherproof and obviously easy to slip and slide around. Once you change these, obviously you want to put it back in, and this is where you want to do something a little bit different. If you've got one of the screwdrivers I've got here, take the tip out the end, and you'll see there's a little channel just down here. And when the sunroof closes, it runs along this channel. There's like a little S-bend bit here, which is what I put on my post on the Renault forums. You can already see I've already tapped down in here. If I just try and focus the phone a bit. You want to literally tap this bit inwards. What I suspect is happening and why you're getting the whistling is because, well, if I explain my situation, my passenger side, which is what you're looking at, was the side that was worn to bits. These little pins on my runner was absolutely wrecked. They was falling to pieces. I had to, to get pliers to take them off, and there was a load of like broken bits all strapped down there. I thought it was that which was stopping it. What I reckon's happened is obviously as the plastic's like seized, it's gone very, very stiff and it won't twist. And as it won't twist, it's pushing this out, because this is only made like a very thin alloy or plastic, and it's bent it forwards, thus making this channel wider. So as it goes and seats itself inside where it's meant to be closed, and obviously flushing the roof, with this little gap that's there, there's a lot of play and it will move up and down because obviously it's not flush. So what you want to do with your screwdriver without the bit in it, if you've got one of these magnetic ones like I've got, literally just rest it against it with a hammer, just tap it, little intervals, just all the way along, just like so. You make sure it's nice and flush. Don't do it too hard because it will bend very easy. As you discovered there, I've actually bent that one bit in too far, so it does like sometimes refuse to shut, but that's just my own fault. I just need to get some pliers and push it back upwards. Once you've discovered this, just keep trying it. Do it once or twice, just once all the way along like that, just a couple of taps. Shut it, and just once you're inside you can push up from the inside and you see if there's movement. You'll see like play almost like if say this was shut, you'll see that there's movement like that, ever so minutely. It's literally just like this sort of movement, but that should completely disappear. As you do that, as you push this in, it should validate all of that movement you've got. Now obviously once you've done that and you find it's flush, take it for a little spin, and trust me, you can go up to 70 miles an hour easily and you won't get any kind of wind noise whatsoever. They keep telling you about changing seals and taking sunroof lining up. There's nothing like that needed doing. It's so straightforward. It's pants, and I think this is the reason no one seems to know what's going on. But I think I've sussed this one out. Like I said, you can see the channel. It's nice and fluent all the way through. until you get to this little S-bend bit, because obviously that's where it pushes back, and once it's all the way forward and it's just about to shut, it sits in this channel here, this little S-bend. And obviously once these plastic tabs on here, if I can just quickly show you, these little tabs, when they get worn and weathered, they basically turn stiff as anything. This plastic, it's just useless. I don't know why they didn't make them metal, or you can see these are only about 2 months old and already they're starting to wear. I've greased all of the lining so it's more free flowing. But as they skim down here and they get stiff and worn, they will eventually push this out. Like I said, a couple of jabs upon this, just enough just to bend it back in. You're not going to see it because it's hidden underneath the sunroof. You know, once you've got the channel back on the top here, the metal rail support thing, you're not going to see it. And I'm telling you now, it will solve it. Look, all you need is 2 tools, a hammer and a T20 bit, which I'll just put back into the screwdriver. If I show you, it's literally just this bit here. Let us know how you get on, and fingers crossed it works for you too. Bye.